Good morning, guys. My name is Ali, and I'm going to explain you about .NET. So, what is .NET, and what is .NET framework, and what are the various types of applications and features of .NET we are going to learn in this session. So, what is .NET? .NET is a framework which is used for developing various types of applications. In a simple way, we can say that it's a platform where you can develop various types of applications like console applications, desktop application, web application, mobile application, and cloud application, and many more, etc. .NET Framework is collection of many small technologies integrated together to develop most powerful applications, which can be executed anywhere, anytime. So you can say that .NET Framework is not a one technology. It contains so many technologies, so many small technologies, which combines together to develop a more powerful applications. .NET was developed by Microsoft in the year 1990 under the name of Next Generation Windows Service. And the father of that .NET is Anders Hellsberg, and he was a Danish software engineer. To understand more about .NET, we need to understand the differences between the languages and technologies. So if we want to talk with any other persons, or if we want to do any business, we usually should know the person who want to do business, the languages of both of them. So here also, if I want to talk to my computer, I should know the language of computer. So here language is an mediator which will be between your system and you. And to communicate with both of them, we need to follow some rules and regulations. So if you follow the rules and regulations, then we can able to talk with each other, we can able to communicate with each other. So language, it acts an interface between the programmer and system. It offers some rules and regulation for writing the programs. Whereas technology, it is a design for a particular purpose. Like ASP.NET, it was designed for developing a web application. You have a database application, which was designed to communicate your front-end application and your database application to communicate with each other. So specifically, a technology is used for developing specific things, whereas language can be used for multiple purposes. Like for web application, in that, if you want to write some business logic, with ASP.NET, we need to use some language, either C#.NET language, either VB.NET language, or any language. We have to use it so that we can write some business logic. Whereas technology doesn't offer any specific rules for writing the programs. So the rules which is there for existing language, we need to use that rules only, and we need to write that particular code. And we can develop any applications or whatever the applications we want to develop it. In these languages, in .NET, we have more than 65. In that, 3 languages are of Microsoft own, and remaining, what are the languages you find there that are third party related of other systems or other languages, like third party of languages, you can say that. Like if you say that Python was not developed by Microsoft, Iron Python is not developed by Microsoft, Perl was not developed by Microsoft, all of them are old languages which were before .NET and Java. So what .NET have done is he has introduced, or he has make all that other languages into the umbrella of Microsoft, and which is only 3 languages of which Microsoft developed, and remaining which has included this of other party, third party. So now in .NET we have more than 65 languages. The reason behind that, why he has bring all that 65 languages into the Microsoft, is he knows that when Java came, no one was looking for cool based language which was developed by Microsoft, and that cool based language was console based application only. Means we can develop the application by using cool base, like console application only. But when Java came, it bring web applications, Windows applications, and mobile application, and so many other applications we can develop by using a Java. So that is the cool base only can develop only a basic language, like a basic console application. It can be developed. So no one were focusing on cool base. So it was the day of Microsoft going down. So from that time only, that Microsoft have decided that he will come up and he will be dominant in the market. So that is the reason he brought all the previous languages into this umbrella and said that you don't have to move on, or you don't have to leave your own syntaxes and um, what are the syntaxes which you are working from 14 years or 20 years, and you don't have to leave all the things for developing all this type of application like web application or mobile application or any other applications. So when they move out to Java, they used to leave whatever they used to do in previous languages. So that was a drawback of Java, what you can say it. Like it was, they have to sacrifice their own languages syntaxes. Now .NET got that point, and it has understood that one, and that is the reason he told to all the programmers, if you are C developer or your Perl developer or your Pascal developer, write your own code in your own syntax which you are good. And if you want to develop a web application or mobile application, don't worry about that. So you can use this technology, and in 2 days or 3 days, you can easily learn it. So that's why most of the people have understood that this is one of the advantages, that I don't have to sacrifice my way of styling of coding. So I can have the best option, that .NET. Now in .NET, when it was came, it also came with some technologies, with C# language and many 65 languages. Some technologies also came like ASP.NET, ADA.NET, WCF, WPF, WWF, Ajax, and Link. So these are the some technologies which has been came. ASP.NET, which is used for developing a web application. AD.NET, which is used to make interact your front-end application and back-end application to work with each other. Like it's a predefined classes and predefined methods it will provide it. With that, your web application or your Windows application can interact with your database, Oracle or MySQL or SQL Server. It can interact it, and it can take some data and inserting or updating or any type of operation you can perform it. WCF services is mainly used for making some business logic code in one place, and you can use that business logic application for multiple applications. So that's the reason why we use this WCF services. In a simple way, you can say that you will have some service that can be used by multiple web applications. So advantage is that one code, you can keep it one place, and any web application or any Windows application, or if they want to access that code, no need of writing once again in their application itself. Instead of it, you can call that web services and you can access that particular code. Windows Presentation Foundation is another technology which was developed by Microsoft for making their Windows application more look and feel more nicely. Like you can see, compare your Windows XP notepad or Windows XP calculator with your Windows 10 calculator and notepad. You will find that a lot of differences between the designing and their look and feel of their buttons. WWF is another technology, that is Windows Workflow Foundation. And if you want to make some operation automate, then you can use this WWF technology. Ajax, like asynchronous JavaScript and XAML. So this is a technology which were used by web applications. Like whenever we click on a web application on a button, the total page is going to go to the server. So if we don't want that total page should we go instead of only one control should process or should perform some operation, even though we are sending in our ASP.NET total page. So total page will be processed, and again total page will come back again to the browser, and again it will display it. So this is one drawback, is that it will take a lot of time if you have more controls, and the performance issue will be there. So to reduce that issue, asynchronous JavaScript XAML has been came, where only you need to send only some buttons which you want to send it, or if you want some drop-down list to perform some operation, like when we select some countries, we want that the state should come. So only these two controls only will go. Remaining other controls will not go. The remaining that page will not go for us to the server to process and to perform some operation there. So in this way, we are performing in Ajax, we are getting some performance. Link is language integrated query. Language integrated query is basically in Link was came in the .NET Framework 3.5 version. So basically, if you want to write some SQL queries and SQL commands, you can only write in your SQL server. But if you want to write in a C sharp the same queries, like to retrieve some data, or if you want to retrieve some data from some arrays, or if you want to query from some XML data source, it is not possible, isn't it? From relational database, you can say that you can write some select star from table and all other things, but you can't write the queries for your arrays. You can't write the queries for XML database, or you cannot write the queries for the data which is there in a Excel sheet. So if you want to write some queries for your arrays also, for XML also, then you can use link query. So link is nothing but it's a language integrated query. So by using a C# code, you can write some queries, and that queries is going to be converted according to that database, whichever you are writing it, and then it will bring some data. Means that no need of learning of multiple query language like SQL is there, Oracle is there, or MySQL is there. Learn one query language, that is Link, and you can retrieve data from any type of data sources. So that is the advantage of Link, which is there for us. Now, if you see that in features of .NET Framework, you'll find that next generation user experience, we are getting it now. It was developed last something like in 1990s. Now also a lot of new things is coming into the Microsoft, new user experience, and competing with the new world also now. So security environment is more here, like Windows, Forms, token base, and a lot of authentication, a lot of security environments are there in our .NET. Multi-support, language support means if you're a C# developer, if you're a VB developer, if you're a C++ developer, if you're a Java developer, all of them are welcome here to develop their applications. Now, flexible to access the data from XML, SQL, or Oracle. Any database can come to us and they can develop the applications. So superior of all the previous languages, where in terms of platform independency, means you can write this code and you can execute anywhere else, wherever you want to execute it. Hardware independency, language independency, whichever language you want to choose it, you can choose it. Multi-threaded programming means asynchronous programming is there here. Like at one time, multiple operations you can run it, like a multitasking. Automated generation of designer code, any code like in 2 minutes Maggie will be developed, same like that here the code will be developed in 2 minutes. Like you have some drag and drop option for ASP.NET for Windows, some applications in your ASP.NET MVC you will find there some templates auto generated, some controllers will be generated automatically. A lot of things you will find in our .NET framework. Very rich in OOPS, object-oriented programming language, and very rich in features like delegates, interfaces, extensions, and also support for mobile application also. Thank you guys. If you have understood this one, again we'll meet with the next video.